When you first start rediscovering the Torah as a Christian, you want nothing to get in the way of your new understanding. So, like I did, you may start putting aside all of the traditions and church practices for which you simply can't find evidence in the Word. And that's a good thing. After all, we want to do things God's way and not according to the traditions of men. But often there are those things in the Bible we're just not sure what to do with. Things that we practiced in church but maybe didn't have a firm understanding of what exactly we were doing. So, now that the sun is set at the end of the sixth day, we're going to get the answers to those questions tonight on Shabbat Night Live!
It's Shabbat Night Live from Charlotte, North Carolina, with your host, Michael Rood.
And it came to pass, as soon as Gideon was dead, that the children of Israel turned again. They repented and went whoring after Baalim. Baalim. That's Baalim, that is lords. This is after other gods. And made Baal-berith their god. And so their primary god became known as the Lord of the Covenant. The Lord of the Covenant. Now that sounds right, doesn't it? It sounds the Lord of the Covenant. Because, you know, you could say the Lord of the Covenant. What covenant is this? Well, I think it's going to be propounded that this is the Lord of the covenant that Abraham and the Almighty made a covenant together. And the Almighty made a covenant that all the land from the Euphrates to the Nile belongs to the sons of Israel. And so the Lord of the covenant you would think would be the true God, but this is not what it is. Because this Lord of the covenant is a God of their own fabrication. In other words, it can sound good. Oh yeah, we worship the Lord. We worship the Lord. Well, what Lord? George Harrison worshiped the Lord. My Sweet Lord, his song, My Sweet Lord. You get into it, and pretty soon he's talking about this fictitious, the multi-armed Indian, space god or something, what is it, Krishna. I mean, some complete fabrication, okay? But yet he's calling him My Sweet Lord. And all the Christians back in the day, they were singing it, they were thinking about Jesus. Well, there's not a whole lot of difference between their Jesus and Krishna. They're both made up figments of their imagination because they never learned what Yeshua was all about. They never learned what Yeshua was teaching. They have no idea what the gospel of the kingdom is that Yeshua and his disciples were teaching. No idea. And so here we've got Israel returning again and worshiping other gods, saying that they're doing it for the true God. And they remembered not Jehovah, their Elohim, who delivered them out of the hands of all their enemies on every side. Now, what does it mean that they remembered him not? In order to remember him, you've got to go back to the Torah, where he declares who he is, what he expects of us. This is how you remember him. They remembered not Jehovah. One thing maybe they remembered not that even that his name was Jehovah. They just called him the Lord. This is what is done in churchianity today. They wouldn't know this is what the Pope has declared. No one is to call him Jehovah or Yahweh. No, we're supposed to call him the Lord. Why? Because the Lord doesn't have any commandments. It's whatever people want to make up. But these people, because they didn't remember the true God, which he declares for himself in all the previous books,